Hey guys, it's Nick
and Maddie from Hustlin Horsepower.
Hustlin Horsepower and Lady Gangster Racing. We're originally from up in Western New York, kind of Buffalo, Niagara Falls area, but the last year and a half or so, we've been living on the road. Our toter home, some people call it a big truck, and in fact it's a really small house, I guess you could say. So yeah, we've been traveling for a little while now, a year and a half, and spent a little bit of experience. But we're out here with Straight Gangster. It's our new build. We built this car in a little over 2 months, starting middle of this summer. We've been having fun the last 5 weeks. We've been on the road racing the last 5 weeks with it, so it's been a pretty fun time. It's home built, basically a back half car, so factory style front suspension, factory frame rail and stuff like that, up to the firewall, and then basically a tubular back half starting from the firewall back. We have a twin turbo big block Chevy. We run it on methanol. We can run it on gasoline too. And we have water in the block, so we could drive it on the street too, coming up soon. But fairly new car, so we haven't
done that just yet.
We haven't done that just yet. But yeah, it's a turbo 400 extreme automatics, 2-speed 400. I built a Ford 9-inch style rear end for it. Built my own rear suspension and front suspension setup for the car.
Most of the parts out of this car are from the previous builds that we've had.
Yep.
What, the same basic?
Yeah, it's been the same basic combo that I've ran. I ran the big block Chevy Turbo 400 combo since like back in my drag week days, back in like 2013. So I'm pretty familiar with the big block Chevy platform, but we've been doing the no prep stuff for the last probably 4 years, 5 years?
About 4 years. Probably.
Four or 5 years.
Where do you get the idea for building these cars from? Where does that come from?
Where does the idea come from, babe?
I think a lot of it, Nick likes the mental challenge of how to make something out of the ordinary work.
I like that aspect of it, I guess you could say. Drag racing, I would explain it to someone that doesn't do it, at least for me. It's kind of like chess with an adrenaline rush. There's a very, I go about it very schematically and systematically, and some people
analyzing it.
Some people may say you're just you're just moving your pawn up 2 spots or something like that, right? Well, there's always a plan, or there's always some type of strategy that's going on behind the scenes that you might not necessarily see. But I like the challenge of it. I like building the stuff, making stuff work. That part of it is intriguing to me.
The reward is greater.
Yeah. So if we could be competitive with a car that's not supposed to be competitive, we're doing all right. Being a crew of 2. Basically everywhere we go, of course we have some people that stop by at different tracks that we're at and help out, and we appreciate that tenfold. But at the end of the day, it's me and Maddie. She only knows what I taught her, because she didn't grow up doing this stuff. So that's fun, and it's when we're good, and when we're bad, I guess it's on me, because I screwed up.
It's always a learning point.
It's always a learning experience, but we're having fun. Hot Shot Secrets, they treat us very well, and it's an awesome company. We like working with companies that are into the sport, into what we do, and support what we do. You can come out here and you can see the Hot Shot Secrets flags out here. That makes it enjoyable for us to use their products. We use their products and everything from the toter home over here, our house, on fuel up and stuff like that. And it's actually picked up a little bit of fuel mileage and some of the additives that we put in the fuel. We run the oil in the race car as well.
We ran it in the bus, the oil in the bus. That we had, the school bus.
We put 80,000 miles on our school bus before we went and got our house. Never had a normal bearing failure, or any type of real failures due to a lack of lubricity. And we've been running that stuff for 3 years now. I think going back to the Dirty 30, we've been running the Hot Shot stuff. Sometimes
when we first met them.
Sometimes we use the 2050, sometimes we use the thicker stuff. So the 2050 oil that we use almost all the time, because we race in all different temperatures and you never know, the temperature drops down, and we like using a oil that has a very consistent viscosity to it, thickness to it. It doesn't affect other things nearly as much as some of the other oils that break down and thin out when the temperature rises.
What are your future plans and goals for your race program
Our future is to make it to the next week.
Kind of take things day by day. Our goal is to make the most out of every day and have some fun and meet some good people doing this stuff and enjoy the sport. We try to do our best to enjoy the sport for everything it has to offer, and we try to offer everything we can to the next generation or even newcomers into the sport. So that's what makes it enjoyable for us. It's kind of just part of who we are, and we're out here to have a good time and be the best ambassadors for the sport as we can be, because we thoroughly enjoy this stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm competitive as anyone else out here, if not more so, but there's always the upside to coming out here and enjoying the day and being able to come out here and race and go rounds and have a good time, especially with a car as new as it is. We came out here and we went down to 10 cars, with over 60 cars in the field, so we did pretty good going 4 rounds, 5 rounds or whatever it was, and it's going to take a little bit more to close the deal, but hey, when it comes laps, we get some experience with the car and have a good time. So guys, I've been doing this stuff pretty hardcore for like 10 years now, but 2013 is when I first started doing stuff on like a bigger stage, I guess you could say, with Drag Week and Rocky Mountain Race Week and stuff like that, doing some of the fastest street car stuff. And then Maddie came on in 2016, but throughout those years, I mean, there's been a lot of companies that we've worked with and products that we've used, and we gotta thank someone like Optic Armor. We did like the see-through roof on the Dirty 30. We did it with Straight Gangster with the Homegrown Hustler. Borg Warner, we've been running literally the same turbos since 2013. We got to thank Trick Flow Specialties. We run Trick Flow Specialties cylinder heads, and recently I was able to score some Trick Flow Specialties blocks that they used to make, so we're going to be working on a couple new motors here shortly. Willwood Disc Brakes, Hot Shots Secrets, there's a bunch of companies. Tile Sport, On Tilt Racing Productions. We gotta thank Aeromotive Fuel Systems. We've been using their products for like 10 years now, between their brushless pumps and their mechanical pumps on this bigger mechanical fuel injection stuff. Extreme Automatics. They got a 2-speed 400. Low Dollar Motorsports, Viking shocks. We're dealers for Viking. I know I'm missing a few, but we genuinely appreciate all of them. We thank all of you guys for supporting the program and keeping this journey alive, getting to the next track, keeping this like little dream, I guess, alive. Everyone want to be I think every little kid wanted to be a full-time race car driver when they grew up, and we ain't making it yet, but we're trying. We're trying. So
and
guys,
if you want to follow along and support our journey, we do have Hustlin Horsepower on Facebook and YouTube. We try to put out videos.
We try to do
at
like
least once a week, but maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
We generally do 2 to 3 videos a week, but it's just me and Maddie, so it gets a little bit busy. But the merchandise on hustlinhorsepower.com, guys, we appreciate it. All the people that follow along, comment and subscribe on the videos and stuff like that, guys, it means a lot to us. And all the young kids that come up to us at the track, thank you. It means a lot to us.